everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Faith and I'm waiting for my co-host. Yay, she's here. You're back. Karibu.
Hi.
Umekuaje?
How are you? I'm good.
How have you been?
Awesome. As usual, vile tunakuaga. Kama kawaida.
Yeah, we are happy. We thank God.
Niko fresh barida. Ujua tunaweza, we can get in trouble for saying that.
What?
Fresh barida. Ama it doesn't belong to that guy.
Maybe it does.
We are sorry, we haven't said it. Basi, sio fresh barida basi. Tumeansema. So, how is everybody doing? We are awesome, as you can see. Okay, let me speak for myself. Me, I'm doing good. I don't know about you.
I'm also doing awesome, guys. Yes, I've been great. I hope you guys are also well.
Yep, tumerudi with another video. Tumeleta mushene, lakini mushene ya kujijenga. And today, what are we talking about? Oh wait, before we continue to our topic, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. We are so grateful. We are so happy that you're watching and giving us feedback. We are looking into each and every of your comments, yeah, and considering them because you matter. We're doing this for you, like it's an exchange of, it's an interaction, and what you say matters, so we have to put that into consideration so that you can move on smoothly and swiftly. All right? Yeah, so
and for those who are new, welcome. We appreciate you and we love you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Karibu sana, feel at home. Tunapenda wageni. Karibu nyumbani, hapa unakuja na tunaendelea kuishi ama namna gani? Yep. So today we're gonna have an engagement, yeah, to save time. So what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about personality attachment styles.
Oh,
Yes.
so today we are talking about attachment styles, yeah. What is your personality? Sometimes it matters a lot, yeah, to understand yourself so that you understand why you behave the way you do. In fact, there's that book you usually have. Yeah. It's called Why You
Act the Way You Do.
Yeah, Why You Act the Way You Do. I believe just touches on the same topics.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what is your attachment style? And what is attachment? It's basically how you bond, how you behave around other people, be it romantic, be it, now anyone that you need to, get attached to, close to, bond with. How do you behave? How is your character around that people? How is your personality around such situations? That is what we are talking about today.
Yeah, and this starts from childhood because as a child you start when you have your own parents, there's a way you interact with them and you're able to bond, that bond, how healthy is it? So it's all about that. Yes.
Awesome. So I'm gonna read. I have to read this straight from my phone so that you can get the clear understanding of the definitions and explanations of all these attachment styles. So we have 4, yeah? And let me start. So attachment theory was developed by John Bowlby. Is it Bowlby? I'm not a Mzungu. Please forgive me. Bowlby. John Bowlby. He describes 4 primary attachment styles that individuals tend to develop in early childhood based on their interactions with their caregivers. Yeah? These attachment styles can have a lasting impact on an individual's relationship and emotional well-being. These are the 4 attachment styles. 1. Secure attachment style or type B. Now, children with secure attachment style feel confident that their caregivers will meet their emotional and physical needs. They are comfortable exploring their environment and forming relationships with others. In adulthood, individuals with secure attachment style tend to have healthy, balanced relationships characterized by trust, intimacy, and effective communication.
Yep.
Attachment style number 2, anxious preoccupied attachment. Now, children with anxious preoccupied attachment often experience inconsistent caregiving. They may receive attention and love unpredictably. As adults, they tend to be preoccupied with their relationships, worrying about abandonment and seeking constant reassurance from their partners. They may be prone to jealousy, neediness, and may fear rejection. I think you should take us through the other two. From here, dismissive.
So we have dismissive avoidant. So it's where you dismiss to avoid, or So children with dismissive avoidant, you learn to self-soothe and become emotionally independent due to caregivers who are inconsistent and unresponsive or emotionally distant. As adults, these often prioritize independence and self-sufficiency in relationships. They may have difficulty expressing their emotions and maintaining deep emotional connections, often preferring to keep some emotional distance from their partners. The fourth one is fearful avoidant. Children with fearful avoidant attachment experience inconsistent caregiving and may have been subjected to trauma or abusive behavior. As adults, they often have a deep fear of intimacy and emotional closeness. They may desire close relationships but also fear getting hurt, leading to push-pull dynamic. The attachment style can be challenging to navigate in adult relationship and may benefit from therapeutic intervention. So those are the 4 attachment styles, guys. So which one are you?
So can you repeat each one of them just by mentioning them?
By mentioning, so the first one is secure attachment style. The second one is preoccupied. That is anxious. You're just scared. Yeah?
Anxious preoccupied.
Anxious preoccupied. So secure is where you feel safe. You feel safe. Your parents will be there. You don't have to worry about anything.
Absolutely.
They communicate well.
Your parents communicate to you well. They listen to your needs. They validate your emotions. They affirm you. They help you get through tough times. Like, they're always there when you need them. Sometimes, it's as simple as when you wake up. When you wake up, you can find someone taking care of you.
And you know you're safe.
So you got all the necessary attention. And so naturally, you don't go looking for attention. You just become safe. It's so weird that these things, you get them as a kid. Because how you treat a kid is how they are gonna
adjust and to that.
Because kids, I think it's animal survival. Every animal is like that. Even dogs, you'll see them, some dogs are happy to see their mom, others are, running away from their mom, depending on what kind of animal the dog is. So secure means that the parents were there for you, or whoever caregiver was giving. By the way, you don't have to be secure. You don't have to have both parents to be secure. You can even be secure with one.
Actually, you don't have to have your
parents at all.
You can even be raised by your auntie or your uncle.
Absolutely.
And you have the secure attachment style.
Yes. Or even adopted. Or even in a children's home. Depending on the caregivers at the children's home. Absolutely.
So there's also the anxious, preoccupied, where you was just scared. You received love, but it was never consistent. Today we love you, tomorrow no. Today we care about you, you can feel at home, this is your home, you belong here. Tomorrow we do not want you around. So with that, you really don't know where to hold on to. You don't know what to hold on to as a child. So you're like anxious. You're like, am I safe? Do they want me today?
Absolutely.
Do they want me tomorrow?
Because the thing about life, if you look at life, we are all usually surviving too. It's survival of the fittest. We are trying to survive all the time. That instinct, every living thing is born with it. To be safe, to survive, and because surviving includes being safe. If you're not safe, you might die. You might get killed. You might be eaten by animals. Anything can happen. So naturally, you have that thing to be safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you are not in a safe environment, so you don't know, because you're a child, you're seeing your parents as these, you know, big giants that take care of you.
Yeah.
You know, this giant, whatever they say, I follow.
have to do.
You know,
Yeah.
because they take care of me. They must be gods. Look
Yeah.
at it, he's so big. He can fight any problem that comes my way. But now, if your parents don't confirm that to you, you now start being scared,
Yeah.
because you're like, how will I survive?
Yeah.
I need to know how I can survive in, you know, safely, without, because we are all trying to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the anxious kid
Turns out to be.
received attention sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they didn't receive attention.
Yeah.
What can cause that? Maybe a dead parent. Maybe, let me say, for example, maybe their parents died when they were very young, and they
Yeah.
had that bond with them.
Yeah.
Just one day your parent just disappeared. You don't know where they went. You're a child, you don't understand these things. You just know one of your caregivers is away.
Is
One of
away.
some of the things that you look at
Yeah.
for protection and
Yeah.
safety
Yeah.
has
Has
gone.
gone.
So you naturally just develop that feeling of fear
Yeah.
and anxiety,
Yeah.
because you don't know when it's gonna come. Then maybe you're left with now one
relatives,
parent,
yeah.
or maybe one caregiver, or maybe caregivers who don't fully give you this attention.
attention,
Maybe
yeah.
they're just busy.
Yeah. Or maybe they have they're busy, they have other things to do.
It can be they are busy, they travel all the
Or
time.
they are not emotionally able to be there for you.
Yeah, maybe they also don't understand
Yes.
they can be that, or they should be that. Maybe they just don't know. Maybe they have very many children, and maybe you just joined their family.
Yeah.
Maybe they are not able to give you that attention all the time. Just some reason that makes you, maybe it's just you and your single mom or single parent
Yeah.
who has to go look for work, look for money, and they can't be with you all the time, unless they go work with you.
Yeah.
You see, tule tutoto wa soko, they cannot be insecure. They're always there with their moms and their parents.
True.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. So if you are planning to go kwa soko, please go with your baby, because it matters. That
Yeah.
relationship and staying together with them all the time matters a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I also think mostly for the preoccupied, the anxious, you have to be brought up, like you see, like these families where there are those people that have gone to work in Qatar, Dubai, and they have left their children,
Yeah.
and they're being taken care of by their family members, or maybe
Yeah.
your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're out there and you have to keep sending money, and the caregiver is not, you know, they feel like they have, it's work, they need to be paid. You
Yeah.
know, it's not my job to
Yeah.
do this.
Oh my
so
God.
that also.
Imagine these people that leave their children to go to Qatar.
Yeah.
I understand, because it's something. This is Africa. We are a third world country, and we have to. Sometimes we face such issues where someone has to leave their kids behind,
Yeah.
go look for work very far away, so that they can feed, which is usually the best option, because
Yeah.
you don't want to stay around and be
Yeah.
poor and sad.
You're
Now
going to
poverty
look
is also
for
another
a
problem.
better life for your child.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you can't also control what happens to your child behind. You just hope for the best.
We hope for the best. We
Yeah.
hope that whoever you leave your kid with will be able to, give that kid this attention. Most times they leave the kids with their grandmothers.
Yeah.
Because grandmothers love their grandchildren, so they'll take care of them nicely.
Yeah.
But we're not saying all of them.
So we have the third one. The third attachment style is dismissive, avoidant, where you've learned to take care of yourself. Yeah, you learn to depend on yourself. Like you're super independent because nobody was there to give you the care. You learned to be your own self person. You soothe yourself if you have any emotional, maybe pain or something going out for yourself. There's no one to soothe you. There's no one to tell you it's gonna be okay. There's no one to help you get over things. So you just
Why do I
learn
feel
to-
like the anxious, you can be anxious, then you end up being dismissive?
Yes.
Because now that is like a coping mechanism.
Yes. So there's that. Maybe you developed the anxious attachment style, and then along the way you become very dismissive because it's a way to protect yourself.
Yeah,
and feel
self-defense.
safe. So you dismiss everything. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to.
No, you wanna do, but you don't wanna do.
Yes. So
you
today
wanna
you're
be
good.
with you.
Yes.
Have you guys seen such kind of people in your relationships?
Yes.
Like they ghost you today, tomorrow they are all there like they didn't ghost you yesterday.
And they're not apologetic about it,
And
actually.
they're
Because
acting
according
as if
to them, they're like, they don't even know they did that. They're like, oh, I didn't reply to your message. I'm so sorry. So how are you? And they don't expect you to like feel bad, because it's a way for them to, it's just a coping thing for
No,
them.
to me it's torture.
It
To me
is,
it's torture.
but there are some who don't know they do that.
But yeah, that's why you need to understand your attachment styles so
Yeah.
that you don't go around torturing
Yeah.
people. Because imagine today you're talking so nicely with that person, you're okay, you're all happy and all that. Tomorrow, mteja wa nambari. Ama kama sio mteja, they are just nowhere to be seen. Malaysia.
Yeah. So the fourth one is fearful. So you're just scared. You're just scared of everything. You don't dismiss, but you're just scared. You don't know who to trust. You don't know who to feel safe with. Like, you're just scared. Yeah, it's just fear. There's all this fear around you. You're very scared to open up to people because you don't know who to trust. You grew up scared. Yes, that's the fearful attachment style.
Why are they scared?
Because they don't know how to open up. They never had, maybe they had people around and they were betrayed. They were abused.
Yeah.
They were, mostly
fear
they were
has
abused.
to come from something. If you've ever stayed with a small baby and you see because some parents are really toxic to even babies.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, why did you have a kid if you're gonna be toxic?
Yeah.
But at the same time, some people don't realize they are really toxic, and that's why now that's where we are coming in.
Yeah.
You need to understand that whatever you're doing, some people even say it's my child. So what? You abuse the kid because they are yours.
So fearful attachment style, you've abused this child
Yeah.
over and over and over and over.
And what is
again.
abuse to you?
Abuse to a child. Abuse can come in so many ways. Can be emotional abuse. There is emotional abuse.
How? What is emotional?
Where, like, this child, their emotions are not acknowledged. Every child has all these things that happen and they don't even understand.
Yeah.
So maybe something happened to them. They come to you, but then you just dismiss it because maybe that's also how you are able to cope.
Yeah.
So I feel like abuse, like the emotional abuse, it's where the child is never affirmed, they're never seen. There's
Poa.
So there's also the sexual abuse. There are children that are sexually abused and they can't talk about those stuff. They don't really know who to talk to, so they close off.
Yeah.
And they don't know who to trust anymore, because maybe they may come to you and tell you and feel, maybe when they start feeling like a closeness of safety, you abuse them. So they are very scared, they don't know who to trust.
Yeah, and also that point about abuse, I believe abuse also comes in form of manipulation.
Manipulation also.
Yeah, if you start manipulating the kid early enough, you might think they won't know, but over time they'll notice your patterns.
Yeah.
Maybe you lie to them. Yeah. Maybe you even beat them up.
Yeah.
Beating a kid is also, there's parents who beat the kids as
Or
if,
curse them.
hey, they beat you as if, I don't know, you are the one that told them to have you.
Yes.
Or maybe they have their own issues, and because they don't know or they don't want to deal, but I don't think anyone doesn't want to deal with their issues. Everybody wants to live a good life.
Yeah.
So maybe they have issues that they don't know of, but now they always vent it out. And
the verbal abuse.
Yeah,
You call your son, your daughter
take
names.
it all out on the kid.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's not fair. Because now if you're angry about whatever you are about, you should deal with it over there. Even if your kid comes and annoys you, now you use that opportunity to release everything that was in your heart. Things that don't even involve that kid. You beat that kid up until they ask you, hey, are you my parent? Are you sure you're my mom? Because
and you tell them unconsciously, you're like, no, go look for your mom somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you expect this child to act and look at you the same.
Yeah.
They will grow wondering.
You start saying, oh, my child doesn't
sure?
respect me. They never call me. They never visit me. No, it's how you were behaving when they were younger. They tried to have that bond with you, but it was not possible.
Yes.
Because you have this very difficult person and maybe toxic.
Yeah.
Abusive, verbal. I'm telling you, there's parents who insult their kids.
Yes.
They will call them
Verbal, yes.
any name.
Yes.
You know, I usually pass by places and I hear parents yelling and calling their kids' name. I usually stop by there. I'm like, oh my God.
But you can't do anything.
But there's
Actually, the
nothing you
moment
can
you
do.
try to like ask the parent, why are you abusing your child? Why are you calling the child name? They're
They'll
like,
be
enda
like-
uzae wako.
Exactly.
Ule.
Yeah.
You can't. Huyu ni mtoto wangu.
Yeah,
You
but
can't tell
now
me
you're
anything.
releasing a toxic person. I'm not saying the kid is toxic, but now they'll have to develop some toxic traits for
Yeah.
them to cope.
Yes.
And subconsciously, they're going to come with that outside here. And they're going to have issues with people. They can even put themselves in issues, in problems.
Yes.
They will be rejected because of their behaviors until they change.
Yes.
And now the question is, will they ever know that they need to change?
They
Yeah.
may or may not know.
Absolutely. That's why I'm saying all these things matter, because when you go to prison, a lot of people that committed, especially these very hardcore crimes, it's because most of them don't even understand themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's so sad. Maybe they had these difficult lives or childhoods that they never even addressed. And you see, when you're rejected, when you have some issues, childhood
Yes.
issues,
Yes.
you don't know how to cope. You just go hard and say, oh, why would they hurt me so bad? And you know,
You
now
can turn out in whichever way. You can take it as positive, or it can be a negative outcome. It can bring a negative outcome.
Yeah.
Because if you are abused, you will learn to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So if it's calling people out or even beating them, or just you have this anger that is built inside you,
Yeah.
and you're like, the next, I will never allow this to happen to me.
yeah, that is what abuse does.
Yes. So you resolve to be this manipulative person, and you do not care about anyone.
And also,
And you can't
there's
blame
something they
someone.
say about abuse, you have triggers.
Yes.
Yeah? Sometimes you'll be triggered because of something that happened to you so many years ago.
Yeah, that you didn't resolve.
Yeah? And
Yeah.
because of those triggers, you find people acting out and reacting
Yes.
without thinking,
Yes.
emotionally. So you end up in prison because
Yeah.
nobody thinks. The society is the most, ruthless judge.
Yeah.
They don't care how you grew up.
Yeah, they don't care
As
what
long-
happened to
no,
you.
they don't. As long as you come out here, behave weirdly, you're going to jail.
Yes, and
You will
nobody
be
will
jailed.
care. You are not loved. You are not taken care of.
We
you
don't.
Are abused.
They won't even care you are
Nobody
mad.
will care.
They will take
It's
you
quite
in.
unfortunate.
Yep. So that's why this is really important for everyone, and especially children. So, which personality do you think you are?
Do you know
Which
your personality?
Which
Attachment.
attachment
Do you know
style?
your attachment style?
Yep.
You know.
I know the one I used to be.
Which was?
Anxious, preoccupied attachment.
You are the needy one.
Absolutely.
You are the jealous type.
No. I wasn't jealous, really, but I was needy. Yeah?
Needy. Yeah, attention.
I was needy
For what?
and anxious. Anxious a lot.
You were needy
Anxious
for
a
what?
lot. Needy for. I was needy. I needed attention
Okay.
and assurance. Yeah? That everything is gonna be okay. I'm not gonna do some under the mesa things. Yeah? I used to be like that. I used to be so, I would be called, hey, your boyfriend is somewhere, and they are with a chick. It's true they are cheating. When you're a secure person, you just sit at home.
Yeah.
Eat your ugali.
and sleep if you
Watch
can.
whatever you can.
And just
Live
be
your
happy.
life, because what someone else does has nothing to do with you.
As long as it's not harming
But
you.
that
or
was
killing
not
you.
me.
That was not you.
No, that was not me.
Your joy
I've been
would-
told that at 6 p.m. your boyfriend has been seen with a girl in Mutitoandei.
Guys, it was bad.
Where is Mutitoandei? From here to Mutitoandei is 7 hours. No problem. Right now is 6. 6, 7, 8,
8,
9,
9,
10,
10.
11, 12.
Mutitoandei.
Midnight, I'll be in Mutitoandei. I'm not cheating you. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. I'm not kidding you. I'll get into a bus
And go to Mtituandei.
In
Confirm.
fact, there was this time, not to confirm, to see that girl that is,
Oh,
yeah, why are you with another girl? No,
Because
I'm
they-
coming there to get it. I want you to explain to me why you would do that.
And
By
what was
time-
the feeling after you
The feeling
go now
was-
and meet that it's true, the guy has someone else?
Betrayal, sad and
It will
happy.
trigger now your unhealed child.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
would
old
feel-
wounds that you had.
Yeah, I would feel so alone, so rejected, dejected. I would now forget everything awesome about my life.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
I could even have won $1 million yesterday,
Yeah.
but it would not matter
Matter at that time.
at all.
Whoa.
It would not. It used to be just unhappiness. I used to be, by the way, kwa hiyo bus, I couldn't even sleep.
You were awake.
I don't want them to take me past Mutitwana.
For 7 hours. You're counting. Ooh, tutafika lini?
I don't
If
want
you had money, you would have taken a
even
flight.
thought I was lying.
You, me.
No, that boy
Oh.
thought I was lying when
That
I
you're
told him
going.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I've been told you this. I'll land there. He thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
He was shocked to see me there at midnight. Now I've gotten there. Hey, it's
It's
true.
true.
It's
so
true.
what's the that thing? Like how do you consume, or is it how this
First of
information,
all-
this own image?
First of all, your mind is all over the place.
Yeah.
Your brain is all over the place.
your-
You're not thinking.
Yes.
You're so scared. You're so anxious. You don't know what to touch. You don't know what to leave. You just want to get there and get close to this person. Because why are you taking my things? I don't want that other girl to take mine.
So the moment you're there, who's your first target? The guy or the lady?
Not the girl. The guy.
The guy.
I'm not bothered by the lady at all.
Okay.
I just want the guy not to go close to the girl. That's it. Even if he went, I wasn't going to fight the girl. I was going to take him. No, come back.
You want him to be yours. Guys, if you know someone,
mine.
I know there's someone out there that Rachel is talking about.
Absolutely.
You know yourself.
Wewe ninawajua. I know you're there looking at me laughing, thinking we don't know it's you because you're not behind the camera. It's you we are talking to. You. Change
Okay.
or perish.
Okay, so you're there and you try to talk. Is the guy talking to you?
Yeah. He's
And-
even now,
Begging
now.
you.
No, he's not begging me, but he's also not hiding the fact that there's that other lady. And by the way, this is Shags. Shags women don't care. They don't even care to be the 6th, 3rd, 4th wife.
Yeah.
She was there like, yeah, she's the one, your girlfriend in Nairobi, I'm your girlfriend
the
in
girlfriend
Mutito.
in Mutitwande.
Hey, what? She would even wake
And
up
how would that make you feel?
bad.
So do you sleep?
It used to make me
Now
feel
that you
powerless.
found them?
And you know what that happens, eh? You now want to stay with this person all the time because you
yeah.
don't want them to have that space where they'll be alone and spend time with your competition.
Yeah.
Yeah? This has nothing to do with the guy.
Yeah.
It is all you.
It is you.
Yeah, because human beings should be allowed to do what they want to do.
So
Even if he wants to
so-
marry 16 wives.
So in short, the moment you were told someone is with your boyfriend, a secure person should have just sat down and decided,
Probably
you know what, I'm
sent a
gonna
text.
take maybe a glass of wine or coffee or whatever thing you take.
While they relax.
Just meditate on it.
Yeah.
While you understand the next best decision or step. to
Probably they would call the other boyfriend,
take. And realize we are so many people in this world.
Yeah.
And
Yes, somebody, what a chance to be with another one. Right away. Hello?
so right now, do you know your attachment style?
Yep.
So guys, we have a short quiz for those that don't know. You can go online and type attachment style test. It's a 5-minute thing. We are gonna do it for you.
Cool. But before we continue, sikuwa nimemaliza. I had not finished.
story.
I had not finished
Sorry.
about how I used to feel
Okay, pole.
because of that situation. It used to, thinking about it right now, it was like prison.
Yeah.
It's a place you want to live, but you
you
don't know
how.
Yeah, because these things have overwhelmed you. Your head that time is racing. It's racing faster than the bus. Yeah? You just want to land there and see that girl.
Yes.
Who do you think you are taking my person? Which person? Who told you? You cannot own a person. Human beings, are free. They are free to do whatever they want to do.
And to be with whoever they want to be with.
And because you cannot own a human being, it used to feel like prison now.
Yes.
Because you have to follow what they want to do. You have to follow their choices and decisions. Now you have to be uncomfortable about all that, unhappy, sad, and all those feelings. Because even if he chooses you, let's say for example, you land there and he chooses you, back in mind, they had chosen somebody else.
Yes.
So
You
it
will
means
still want to confirm, is it true? Even if they choose you, you're not even sure.
So what I was saying about us anxious people is, the minute you are shown as a little bit of attention and affection and care and all those things, you stick there.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to lose this person anymore. Because you remember as a child, or you remember when those days you used to be lonely, alone, scared, without somebody to, it's like standing on a cliff at the edge. You can fall, you can
come back.
Yeah. So the minute someone shows you a little bit of attention, you feel like you're coming off the cliff. Yeah. You're going back to safety.
There's hope.
There's hope of not dying.
You feel now safer.
Yes.
And this feels different.
So you quickly trust people and now almost make them part of your life just because they showed you a little bit of attention. Now, when that is threatened, my friend,
what attachment do you still remain preoccupied, or you change to dismissive?
No, you don't change to be dismissive. Most times you become desperate. Yeah, because you don't want this thing to go away. It's something that you've been looking for all your life.
And you had it, and the person or the whole, you learned to think that now it's here, so you don't have to worry anymore, you're safe. So, and you can't imagine this person going.
These are the women fighting for men in clubs. Yeah. The minute another woman approaches him, my friend, they will see fire. Yeah. If it's not a flying bottle of alcohol, beer bottle or something, you shall see fire.
And does it feel better when you fight and this person he will not be yours at the end of the day, though?
It's even hopeless. It's pointless to fight. Why are you fighting for somebody? They should be fighting for you. They should assure you enough that you don't need to fight. Like they can even go out by themselves and you're okay.
But if you're an anxious,
but you see, the issue is, I also don't judge those people because maybe they also don't understand you.
They don't know.
They call you difficult. They call you needy, desperate. All these things.
Because some come now from secure. They kind of feel secure, so they don't understand. Because they have all they have known is people communicating, feeling safe, having good relationships. So they don't understand why you're being needy.
Absolutely.
Why you're being so extra. What's wrong with you? And they're like, maybe you're there saying, I don't know. And they're like, you need to figure your life out. You're being you just, they call you names. And at that time you're like, what is wrong with you?
By the way, secure people are the ones that judge. The avoidant, the anxious, and the dismissive. The secure people judge them because they don't understand. They don't understand why you're behaving like that. Some will call you dramatic. Kwanza your family members. Oh, what drama did she do this time? Hey, she went
keeping up with the preoccupied, anxious,
dismissive, and avoidant. Well, especially the anxious. The anxious one is the one that is usually very dramatic because they are trying to protect this thing that they don't want to lose, that they have been looking for a long time. Those ones are usually the ones that are very dramatic. The minute the boyfriend wants to leave them, they're like, please don't leave me.
How will my life be without you? It's so funny because that was you, and we grew up in the same environment, and I was the dismissive one. I would dismiss to avoid.
I think it's because when my dad died, you see, I was 2. And by the way, don't try to assume a 2-year-old kid cannot know what is going on. They even have, in fact, even a 1-year-old has already have a bond with one of their caregivers or both. So they know when the caregiver is not there. So I think my dad dying affected me. because apparently I'm told we used to spend a lot of time together.
Nunuliwa tundizi.
Yeah, apparently even when he died, my mom removed biscuits from his pockets and bananas. They were there, and mandazis, they were there kept for the baby. I was the baby. You were just a 1 month old, so you couldn't eat mandazi. So those ones were mine.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I believe, and my dad, according to the way we hear, he was a nice person. Yeah. And you see, if the person is nice, the kid has this nice relationship.
Yeah.
By the way, kids don't fake.
But I don't actually think it was even him not being around. The whole problems and the whole issues were who you were left with.
Yep.
The environment, everybody that you met.
No, actually, him going matters, because first of all, that one person that I used to look at for protection and care and all those, and trusted that they are gonna be there for me. I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I need protection. I know anything can eat me. A dog can eat me. So I know this
Yeah.
person, he's gone. So I'm scared. Okay, who am I with now? I'm left with our mom. Our mom was not always there all the time.
Yeah, she
was,
had to hustle.
she had to hustle,
would
like hustle
go
proper.
hard, yes.
Yeah, for us, because now it was just her. And we were not rich guys, we were poverty, like spell poverty, we are there in between. Hapo katikati, we were there. We are not even exaggerating. If anybody thinks we are exaggerating, please come. We will show you photos and everything you need. And you can even talk to witnesses. They know. Even some of people I went to school with, yeah, if you're watching me, I know you remember me working in your farm, in your shamba, just to get food. Yeah. So it was that bad. So our mom was not always there, available for us and for attention. And our sisters had gotten married, so we had to depend on ourselves. Yeah. And it was not easy.
Yeah.
So you didn't tell us your.
I grew up I learned along the way. It was a coping mechanism for me to be, at some point I was anxious, yeah, because I always had my mom, yeah, she would be there. I knew my mom would be there, and I kind of felt very safe with her. But everybody else around me, I felt unsafe most of the time.
Why?
Yeah, because I couldn't trust them. You know, as a child, as a child can know, I don't know how, but a child can know when you feel safe and when you don't feel safe. So mostly I felt safe with my mom, but she was always working, like hustling with barua and all that. So as I grew up, I learned to be independent and to really think for myself.
Yeah.
And I saw how life was turning out for you, and I was like, no.
I was always in trouble.
No. And then I saw how bad it was getting. Everybody was judging you.
Judging
you would
me,
go to
calling me a hard kid. You know, even
Rachel,
adults.
Sorry to say
yeah?
this, but Rachel was taken to prison, to jail. Akacharazo. Me, I saw that. I was like, no.
Yeah. Why was I taken to prison? That is not prison.
It wasn't prison.
That was a cell.
It wasn't prison, but it was a cell. And the whole thing behind the whole cell, it's because she was trying to express herself as a child. She was trying to say that this is what I don't want, guys.
Yeah.
This is what I want.
Yeah.
But that was interpreted as she's being a difficult child who needs to be disciplined and who needs to...
You, Chief, I remember you.
And I remember I was a child. I came and saw you that day. I cried and cried, and I was like, please stop beating my sister. Beat me instead.
There were orders from above.
You were so hopeless. And I was like, if this is what is going to happen if I speak up, I am going to close myself. So I learned to really, for those that know, I grew up as a very quiet child. I never used to talk because I was like, if I may talk, hey, everything will be used against me in the court of law. So that is how I was. I became very dismissive, very closed, yeah. And there are people that started saying that, Faith doesn't talk, she's always quiet. And it's because I really didn't know what to say around people, yeah. So that
I remember I couldn't wait to grow up and just disappear from that environment, go where I can now start a new life.
It's so funny that you're laughing about it. For those
that express myself without being tortured
Yeah.
and judged because
Yeah.
I've not killed anybody. Really, I'm a kid. I just need help maybe or assistance in a. But you know that is what happens when you are growing around people who don't listen.
Yeah.
They don't care to listen
But they
to you.
don't really care. Why are they listening? They're not like your parents. That is,
Well, yeah, there's that, but also
And for you as a child, you don't understand because you're like, you
instead
really,
of them calling you, what do you want? You're home. You're at home. You have not disappeared to
they
wherever.
don't really care.
Yeah? You're home. What is the problem? How can we help you? What do you want? No, there's no cases like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is this or sell.
Yeah.
Now.
So I feel also for them, they have their own attachment style. They feel like being there as long as you're alive, and you're going to school, that's it.
Yeah, like kids should just follow
So
this.
why can't you just be a normal child and assume just be grow? You don't have to. Who cares what you need to say?
Yeah. And you see what happens when you're that strict to your kids, Later in adulthood, they will come and ask you, Mom, who am I? And you'll not answer that question. Yeah? Because you never took your time to understand them.
Yeah.
All you did was judge them all the time. Yeah? You're a bad child. You know, when you keep being told you are a bad child, you are hard-headed, you don't listen, you become that.
Yeah.
Because you keep saying I'm that. Even if you are subconsciously becoming it, you become it because you're being told by adults that you're that thing.
Yeah.
As if I brought myself in this world.
Yeah.
I did not. Maybe you should guide me, into doing nice things. And maybe you should find out why I'm acting like this.
Yeah.
You have to really scrutinize that. But now if you don't, you're going to just have rebels of children. Sometimes when the kids rebel me, sometimes I usually want to know what happened around the family.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's not
Something
usually
happened.
entirely them.
Yeah.
Especially these kids that are very disrespectful to their parents. I don't know whether you saw that clip about a certain girl being so disrespectful to the mother. And even the mother was also disrespectful to her.
Yeah.
So it is something they have been doing since she was young. So the girl was comfortable.
She adopted to that.
She was comfortable telling the mom anything. I was like, oh my God. This mom went wrong. And she's now blaming the girl. She's telling her, you're kichwa ngumu. You don't hear anything. You're just gonna get lost.
Yeah.
You're gonna go get AIDS and die. Why would you say that as a mom? But at the same time, I'm not asking why you would. I know why you would.
Because
you don't understand yourself.
Yeah, that is the best way they know.
You don't understand
and maybe
yourself.
That's how they were raised, and they didn't get to a time where they were able to understand who they are, or even to get to see the patterns that were repeating themselves. So they go, and actually I've noticed in every person that is struggling with something, may it be self-esteem, may it be abuse, may it whatever thing that someone is struggling with, it's like a whole thing generating from your ancestors.
Absolutely.
That was passed down and down.
Those
and
are
now
called
and now.
generational curses.
Yes.
They are not the curses you're cursed. At least you will do this. By the generational curses are not curses. You're cursed. Okay, I think we'll have a topic on that. Let's not pour the millet.
Okay.
Atutamwaga mtama.
Okay.
Let's wait for some time. For that day to come, we'll discuss that.
Okay.
So you told us your attachment style was?
Mine was avoidant. I at some point I realized I was anxious, preoccupied, because I was always overthinking. I was like, why are things happening the way they're happening? Why are people like that? And then afterwards I was like, you know what? It's safer to just avoid and let these things to just, it's like creating a wall.
Yeah, it's true.
You create a wall and you're like, you don't want to see what is happening. You don't want to address it. Let people judge you. Let people say what they want to say.
I remember it has always been easy for you to leave somebody. Yeah. You leave them like,
I will leave you.
Like poof. Now me, I used to be there like, did you just leave that person like that?
Yes.
Because now I was anxious. I wasn't the one that
I remember you asking me, how do you do it? And I was
for me to leave you, hey, I needed the Holy Spirit ghost, the Holy Fire, the shika touch.
Yeah, for me, I would it was easy for me because it's something the moment I see this is too much drama,
Yeah.
I just can't handle it, and it's not gonna change, it's not working, I'll be like, I'm out.
True.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, I can see this relationship, it is not good for me, but I'm not
You can
leaving.
see, and I'm like, yo, it's not gonna work. Please leave. And you're like, I don't know how. I really want to.
By the way, in my head,
Yes.
I always
really
like
wanted
it was
to.
resolved, complete,
Yeah,
capiche.
but you just
I
didn't
knew
know how
I
to.
want to leave this relationship right now. I would even look at this. I want to leave you today. You don't know. I want to leave you right now. But then, hey, 3 months in, we are there together. I forgive them.
It was actually very interesting. And
So now, when you keep forgiving them, they learn.
they learn. This is you. Now they
okay.
toss you around.
So you won't go
like a
I'll
pancake.
show
Utakuwa
you.
unaekwa hivi. Unageuzwa
I'm telling you,
hivi.
even your
Unaungua.
neighbors.
Unageuzwa tena.
He will do anything he wants.
Yeah.
They know you forgive them.
Yes, they know you'll take them
They know
back.
you're not going anywhere.
They know you cannot. You don't have legs.
Hauna.
So you the pancake. Ungue kidogo useme
Yeah.
nimeungua.
Yeah.
Again.
Imagine only the people around you that will notice.
Yeah.
But now they will always be like, why are you not leaving? All of them. Why are you not
Even you
leaving?
are like, I don't know. I want to. Yeah, I don't know.
No, you don't even tell them that. You tell them, I'm leaving.
I'm leaving
tomorrow. Give me 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks where? They'll see you there another year. Full year there.
Yeah.
But you're still complaining about this person.
Yeah.
Because they are misbehaving. You showed them that you can't leave them.
Yeah.
It is such a bad prison. Please, 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 please. I don't know. Like, because I have experienced it and I've been
And
through
you've
it,
overcome-
I
you
believe
overcame it.
it's not something you get over easily.
Yeah. It's like a whole process.
My God, you have to train, literally train yourself.
You have to train your inner child from birth.
Yep.
From actually the moment she started understanding stuff.
Yeah.
You train her.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Yep.
When they disrespect you,
Yeah.
you leave. When you feel like you're being stepped on,
The
please
issue is
speak
not
up.
even when they do what. The problem is usually there. Leave. Living.
Yeah.
Detaching.
Just
That
detach
is the
yourself.
hardest part.
Because it is all attaching. Please, you now learn the opposite of what you knew.
Do you know how I got over my issues?
How?
I had to talk to myself like physically, like this. Every time I got anxious and I got in a situation like that,
Yeah.
I had to soothe myself.
You're like,
first.
"It's okay."
The issue has presented itself. So the first thing I would say is, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's going to be all right.
It's okay.
Relax. Because at that point, my heart is racing.
Yeah.
It's saying, let's go to Mtito
Actually.
right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, then, those times I wasn't even thinking like that. It is Mutito. I
Yeah.
remember there's this day, I left my friends in my house. They had come to visit me.
Yeah.
I know you remember. I don't want to mention your names. So I just received that message. Your boyfriend is with a girl. Hey, I left. They had come to visit me. I left them in my house.
And you went.
I left. And
And
I
you didn't even tell them
I
where
didn't
you've
tell them
gone.
where I've
You're
gone.
like, guys, I'm coming. Ni kama umeendea nyama.
Yeah, I
Nakuja
told them
tupike
I've
lunch.
gone to pick something downstairs.
Kwa shop.
Yeah.
Wow.
And just left. I went to Mtito.
Hey.
I've left. Now they stayed there, waited for me.
They're like, Rachel is
They
not
go,
coming
"Kwani,
back."
where did you go? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I found, some excuse.
Yeah.
And I told them, just lock the door, stay with the key. I don't
will
care.
come back.
I will come back when you
In
stay with
future.
it. You can watch
Whichever
the
future
utensils or
is.
whatever.
Okay.
It's so bad because now you postpone your important things.
Yeah.
You postpone your school, finances,
Yeah.
getting money, anything
Yeah.
important to you
Actu-
at that
yeah.
particular time does not matter.
Yeah.
You could be having even a sick parent.
Do you know actually avoidant is almost the same as that?
Yeah.
Because you avoid everything. Yes.
Hey, no, I think
almost-
anxious is worse.
Anxious is worse, but also avoidant is like the dismissive one. You dismiss a lot of stuff. Like you may find someone that actually they didn't have bad intentions. They are just good people. But then you're like, you disappear.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes you lose so many opportunities.
You lose.
And you block people that could have helped you
Because
become a
honestly,
better person.
yeah.
And now there's also that now you have to heal and also tell yourself it's okay to
I'm telling
open
you,
up.
it is such a bad situation. That's why it's so dramatic. It is so dramatic because your head is all over the place.
Yeah.
Your heart is beating, literally, you can feel it here.
Yes.
Inaenda 125. It's supposed to be 75. It's like you're in
And
danger.
it's painful.
It's like you're facing a lion,
Yes,
like this.
yes.
A lion. Now, that feeling, now imagine facing something that can eat you alive.
Yeah.
That is the feeling you get when you're anxious. That is the feeling I was getting. I used to be so, yani, after I have stopped thinking what I am doing there. If I'm with my friends, I will leave them. They will even notice. I remember there was this time I was in class and I received a text like that. That was a long time ago in campus. I left class. I left my friend. He was telling me, hey, so you just go after class. I'm like, no, this can't wait. No.
We have to
Has
address
to happen
it now and now.
If not now, right now.
Like tomorrow.
Sai.
Sai.
Yeah. Hey. So because of, it's like you get a physical panic
Yes,
attack.
yes.
You just need someone to hold you and affirm you that it's okay.
Yeah.
But now this person
and even
that
if
you
they hold and affirm you, the moment they release you,
start feeling
you start
scared again.
feeling scared again.
Yeah,
So
and
this
horrible.
you have to work your way inside, like
Yeah.
just your inner
You have to
self.
work on yourself.
Yeah.
You'll never be happy with anybody.
Yeah.
Anyone. It doesn't matter if it's Angel Maria that will always tell you where they are. That will always video call you. That will always be accountable. That will always everything, assure you.
So at first, after you started, like, telling yourself, it's okay, you're anxious, feel tu kutetemeka tu.
Yeah,
You feel like you wanna go.
Wacha kutetemeka, you're walking up,
Yes,
down,
uko
up,
hivi, and
down,
you're telling
drinking
yourself,
water, drinking whatever.
yourself, it's gonna be okay, it's okay. At first, did you even believe that? Did you do?
First days were hard. I was saying okay, but then I go.
We will repeat again tomorrow. We'll see if it will work.
I told you it's a journey. In fact, it's like something you have to keep practicing over and over and over until you get right.
Yeah.
Because it is something that gets you. You remember those days. You remember the instances I've been with you. I would even leave you there,
guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll leave you there. And I'll disappear. It doesn't matter what you tell me.
Yeah.
I'll go.
You'll go.
Yeah.
And I couldn't judge her.
But you see,
'cause-
I'm going because of that thing that is pushing me within me. That is what is making the fear. I just remember it as a fear, very strong fear of, I think, being alone or being left abandoned,
abandoned.
things like
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
I also had that kidogo. Yes,
it
I
used to
had
be
that.
strong.
'Cause
But
now-
now, I learned how to self-soothe. Yeah. When I get such situation, you see, it is usually bad such that sometimes you can fight with your boyfriend. And normal people, when they fight, they separate.
Yeah.
Everybody goes their way to relax.
You fight and you.
I follow. Let's
It's
go
we
where
fight,
you're going.
We fight to make up. We're not fighting
We have to
break
agree
up.
right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay.
We have to agree right now and right here.
Wow.
Because if you get angry and leave me, I now get that thing.
But I feel like the people you met or you were having those issues with, they knew you and they were using that against you. So
Absolutely.
they knew you're scared.
Yeah.
So they would leave.
Yeah, to put me in more anxiety.
Yes, 'cause they know you need
Especially
them.
if you land on a narcissist. Hey,
Yeah.
you're going to have a very hard time. You can only be with a nice person when you're like that, and they keep constantly reminding you. But at the same time, you also have to be ready to be aware so that you can change. Because even if how many times they tell you and you're not changing, you're making their lives hard.
So
they're gonna leave you.
What can you tell someone that is out there watching you and wondering, Rachel, why are you describing me? Talk to me straight. Just tell me.
Don't go through the
Don't
corners.
go like this.
Talk to
what
me
would you
straight.
tell them if they're
I'll tell you not to be ashamed of the situation. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
To begin with, you did not decide one day that you're going to be anxious and be that kind of partner to somebody. You want to be happy. In fact, you want to be happy, peaceful, and have a family quietly without a lot of issues. But because you have this thing, you're not going to have any peace, by the way. Not because you don't want peace, but because peace is not within you. You don't know how to create peace. You don't know how to be peaceful yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to start from there. So for me, it was not easy. Like I've told you, the first days, I would soothe myself, follow all those things, but still run. Go fetch them. But you have to keep practicing over time. You have to self-love, self-awareness, that is all those things, yeah? You have now to think about your life. You have to know that everything about this life is your responsibility. Yeah? You can't be like that with people will run away from you. And it's not because you're a bad person, it's because of the way you behave, because of how you grew up. Yeah? And it's best if you change. Because now when you change, you're so peaceful. You can be told your boyfriend is cheating. Can somebody bring me a good chicken? I want to eat right now, right here.
You really don't. It's not gonna take anything. Like I could do it because after all, you've not given anybody your power to make you angry.
You know nobody. You're this.
Yes.
This. You understand this.
Yes.
Yeah. You understand everything about you. You understand. So now when somebody behaves whatever way they behave, it is none of your business.
And actually, you're busy.
Yeah,
you have
it's
other
not
things.
your fault.
You have so many. You're very occupied. Actually, that's what they're doing. Okay, Sawa, I have some deals to close and this and this and this.
It does not affect you the smallest bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter what it is. I know sometimes it can be a husband, someone you've lived with for so long, but at the same time, as long as you're strong, you're sure of yourself, you know you've not done any mistake, you're not wronged anyone, you will just have peace with yourself. Okay. Even if it doesn't matter who they are sleeping with, they can sleep with whoever.
Yeah.
You are happy with yourself. You know it has nothing to do with you. But it is not easy, especially when you are anxious already as a kid. It is something you have to train yourself every day.
Every day.
Yeah?
It's an everyday thing.
Now when I used to get those panic and anxiety, I learned to soothe myself. I tell myself it's okay, it has nothing to do with you. You're fine. Sorry, it's the bad. You're fine, you're loved. Even if you see the thing about being self-aware is you loving yourself is enough.
Yeah, you don't have to get it from someone else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any other love coming from outside is bonus.
Yeah.
And you appreciate it.
Yes.
You don't go looking for it.
Yes.
It comes, finds you. And now because you're at peace, you enjoy it. Yeah? Anyone that's trying to bring you some hard times, you just keep them away. You don't have a hard time saying no, and yes. Yeah? Because you know. Yeah? So if you were anxious like me, you can call me.
Yeah, she will.
I think I was the worst case of anxious.
Yeah, I personally was a sister, but I didn't understand at that time what was happening. Because I was like, why can't you just be calm like me? But I also understood I was also going through my own issues, because I became fearful at some point and very dismissive. So those two combined, you can imagine. Yes, I would dismiss and I'm scared at the same time. I would be very scared of telling people my stuff, the things that really bother me, emotional stuff, because I don't really know who to trust. Maybe sometimes you told someone something and they really didn't help you much, and you'd rather just let people go. You have a lot of things, everything that happens you just consume it, and what that does to you, it makes you the unhappy, moody child. You just have this attitude that you don't know where it's coming from.
But it's very interesting when you're an anxious person. You can't do anything.
Yeah, you can do anything.
You usually have guts. You can jump through an electric fence.
Yes.
Because you're
to
not
go
scared.
Where you're going to.
Because you don't want to lose that.
Yes.
You can jump over anything to go get it. You can any barrier that is how you know, oh my God, I'm so strong. If I use all this energy to look for money, I'm the next billionaire.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're fearful or dismissive, if that was your mechanism, if that worked for you as a child, it is important to recognize it. It's not good. Yeah. It's not good at all.
It's not good for you.
It's safe for you. It's just as Rachel said, you have to learn to self-soothe yourself as well, and tell yourself it's okay to open up. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to express yourself.
And by the way, the anxious people are the ones that are in prison.
Yes.
Because they didn't know how to cope.
Yes.
They didn't know how to cope.
Yes.
You will go utapimwa akili, because naturally, criminal cases, you have to have your brain tested to see if you're mad or something. If you're mad, they'll understand that it is that madness that. But most times, if it's a personality problem, you're not mad. So they'll say, you're okay to stand trial.
Yeah.
And you stand that trial and utafungwa for life. Yeah. But now, it's because you did not understand. It's so sad to see people perish in prison for forever just because they killed somebody. It's not a small thing, but they killed somebody. But me, I usually ask myself, why did they kill that person? Unless they are a psycho one, they are a serial
They
killer
were
too.
triggered.
That is usually the outcomes.
Yes.
They were either a psycho, serial killer, or now those anxious issues,
Anxious
attachment
issues,
issues. And because their boyfriend or girlfriend left them and they were not able to cope, they decided to be extreme. And usually people that did that are usually remorseful later. They're usually like, oh my God, I didn't want, I couldn't do this. You know, I would never do this to this person ever in my life. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to me. This will never happen to me again. But now you say those things when you're being taken to jail for life.
And nobody cares.
You're gonna regret for the rest of your life. I believe, please, if you've been having issues like that, look into yourself, because we don't want you to end up in jail or killed. You know, some people, you go try to attack somebody, they kill you. Yeah, anything can happen.
The camera went, and what I was talking about fearful and avoidant attachment style. And how that affects you as a person. First, you dismiss a lot of things. You avoid doing anything because you're scared. You're like, is it right for me? You're still overthinking stuff. And the more you do that, mostly when somebody hurts you, you're not able to express, express yourself. You leave, and it's not a solution.
So you end up dating 36 people.
You not even you actually don't date to start with.
Oh yeah, the minute they show a red flag, you're gone.
Actually, you start judging people from now. You're looking for reasons to leave them. Yes,
because you're they're gonna hurt me.
You're sneezing.
I don't like the way you're breathing.
I don't like how you're breathing,
No.
So, because you're
so nice, you're pretending.
Yes, you're looking for a reason to go back to your safe space. And your safe space is not a good space. Because you need to come out and do things for yourself. You need to come out and grow as a person. So when you avoid and you're fearful, because maybe you were abused, because you are maybe abused or whatever reason, the whole universe, we have said, nobody cares what happens to you. What the world cares is what you're gonna do about it. So you can't stay in that cocoon, that that space where you feel you're scared. Now you don't want to come out.
It's even lonely.
It's very lonely because you don't have friends. The moment someone tries to be your friend, you're like,
they do just one thing.
They do just one thing, and that's it.
You're
like,
these people are always like this.
Really don't.
They're not my good friends.
They're not my good friends.
I have to stay away from them.
What happens as you go? You start being, I can say it's not even a victim.
Bitter.
You will start being bitter. And you're like, maybe I don't know what's wrong with my life. Maybe there's something wrong with me. And the more you start resenting that, you don't know who to talk to. You're just holding all those stuff within you. You're not talking, you're not expressing, you're not doing anything. That's why you find that actually psychologically, many people that have these funny diseases, it's because of the trauma that they didn't express, they didn't talk about. So you have these issues, you're always sick because that trauma, that pain,
you're
that thing that
sad.
You didn't express, the sadness, the bitterness, the resentment, it's now manifesting into health. People, you need to heal yourself, because at some point, that was me. I now became the sick child. I was like, you just have health issues.
You have medicine all the time.
You have medicine all the time, because now you have so many
headaches all the time.
You have headaches.
Your headache. Was it headache or?
It wasn't. Actually, every pain, everything that happened was trauma. It's all the things that I held in. And now you have to heal and start from telling yourself that it's okay to open up. It's okay to speak about those things that you didn't speak about. It is okay to be seen. And it's a long journey as well, because now you have to heal your inner self. Because the moment I realized that, I got better. Yes.
You stopped even getting headaches. You always had headaches all the time.
Yes.
Where?
Because it's like a whole way when you're fearful and you're avoidant. Now it's like your system now is now looking for attention also. It's for you it's the anxious, you're like seeking attention. But here we are not seen. You want to to be seen.
Yeah.
So the universe just, the more you complain, it's not seen. The universe just gives you something to get attention from, and maybe it can be health. And maybe when you're going to the hospital, you feel like they care about you. You're cared. The doctor is like, you're gonna be okay. You're affirmed now. And that doesn't work. At some point, you're like, no, I'm tired of this sickness. But then at some point, you now have to go back to your childhood, and realize what happened. And then from there, you start healing yourself over and over and over, affirming yourself, soothing yourself, telling yourself that it's gonna be okay, letting go, forgiving. Because if you're fearful and avoidant, you tend to hold a lot of resentment. So you have to forgive, and it's not familiar.
Don't take it
for
personal.
you, the anxious people, unafanya inaisha. If you are avoidant, you take it.
Inakupeleka jela.
Ndio hiyo sasa. When you are avoidant, you're like, you take it so personally, and everything unafeel ni kama you are attacked. So getting from that space is not also easy. So if you're there, please, it is doable. You can do it as long as you have the willpower and the willpower to fight through. Because it's not easy. You have
accepting that you have a problem.
Yes, you
starts
accept that
from there.
This is it. Yes.
First, realizing you have a problem. Yes. 2, accepting that it exists. 3, making a proper decision to change. Yes. And you're not joking. Here you even if it means paying, you pay so that you can change. Now from there, the results fruits
come, and you feel
worth it.
Joyful. You're like, who was I?
Why was life so chaotic, so peaceful? Were the trees always just moving so smoothly? Were the clouds just so glorious?
Was the sun so bright? You start recognizing.
First of all, did I always look this good?
Was I this beautiful? Yes.
Like, oh my God, I can't wait for tomorrow. What does tomorrow have for me? I can't wait.
It's an amazing thing to do. So as long as you have
the question is, do you go back? While you're on your journey to heal? Do you sometimes trip?
Right now. Not a lot, but I am now aware. Every time I start feeling like I'm also closing down again, I always talk to myself. Like, I have a very good relationship with myself. I'm always like, it's okay. Faith, come back. Come back. For real, I always do that. I always tell myself, come back. It's okay. You need to come back, okay? I know you maybe feel scared, you're fearful of the things, but you need to come back. And in a snap of like few seconds, like just 1, 2, 3, I always do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm back. Yes.
Me, I would relapse the first times. Then later, I now know when I'm relapsing. So I'm like, no. We don't do that. We stay grounded. But there's no stress. We're choosing this life. It's hard. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's hard.
Because there are things, people will trigger you. Because this is something that you learned, and learning the opposite. This is like, this was your life for so many years. Guys, we are not young people. For so many years. And now you're yourself. Here.
Me, I'm very young.
You're a baby girl. You're like 12.
Toddler.
She's turning 13 next year.
Can't you see?
So you're like, now you've learned this for the rest of your life, and now you're told that you realize that you need to learn the opposite. From scratch. From down there, coming up.
It's like you're going back to being a baby.
So you have to like mother yourself every time. And you can't allow the old you to come and take you back.
So did your friends notice when you changed?
Yes, they did. Actually for me, I had very supportive friends. They were able to understand, because there are those friends that were with me throughout the journey. They didn't really go. They identified, they were secure, but they used to tell me. And at some point I used to be very defensive, but slowly I was able to identify my issues, and I was willing to work on it and change, and I got the support that I needed. My friends realized, and they're so super proud of me. I'm actually very super proud of myself.
By the way, there's friends I lost because of
I lost also so many friends along the way.
Yeah, I lost friends because, I was always involved in drama. Yeah, because I don't want to be left, I'll run.
Yeah.
They'll tell me this, I'll do the other thing. And they knew even if they tell me I'm going to do the other thing.
Yeah.
So there's friends who stick by you no matter what.
Actually, mine was one. One person stuck by me.
Yeah, so there's friends that stick by you no matter how you are.
Yeah.
So those are the best. I love you so
We
much.
love you.
Thank you so much for staying around when I was difficult. Hey!
Now she's soft. Yeah.
Yep.
And amazing.
I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Now the issue is we are so old. Many of my friends have gotten married.
When are we?
Seeing each other is so hard because they're somewhere breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Taking offs because they need to take their kids to the grandmother. Now for them to make time for me, hey, we just talk on phone many times, most times actually. Yeah, but I don't know whether they are. I don't go telling them, I have now changed no, it's something they will notice over time, or maybe they have noticed
they
over
have
time.
Others maybe they're not even your friends. Maybe you're saying they're your friends and they're like,
no,
maybe
they are they're just busy.
Okay.
They're just busy, understand. And at our age we are really busy looking for money. So you just understand that your friends don't hate you.
Yeah,
they just got busy.
Yeah.
And I understand you can always make friends all over and also retain those ones because you can't stay alone for a long time. So you just make friends over and over so that you can go on with your life the way the way you wish. But at the same time, I don't know what to say. Yeah. So did you want to take that test?
It's a 5 minutes test, so we can do it or we can do it later. So depending.
I think we should just wrap up with this topic. What do you think? I don't see the point of part 1, part 2. I think we just dealt with a lot of issues.
Guys, for those that don't know, all I wanted to say is if you don't know your attachment style, you can just go online, check. It's just free. It's a 5 minutes thing. It's gonna ask, it's short. It really asks you your relationship, how you relate with your friends, your romantic partner, your family, your parents, and from there now it can tell you. And also if you find that you're an anxious or an avoidant, they help you. They also help you become better and get through, heal those patterns that maybe are making you be who you are.
Yeah, and by the way, we've decided to be the voices of change and the causes, and we have decided if I notice somebody struggling with something, you see right now I can identify someone with anxious issues. I can see by how they behave. So me, I don't judge them. I'm not the one that will come and say, why are you behaving like this? Get alive. You're an adult. Why are you not thinking? Why can't you use your head? Get out of my face. I don't say such things. The minute I see somebody's behaving like that, I mean, I just talk to you. I gauge whether you comprehend what I'm telling you, because you cannot start this journey unless somebody understands first.
And for those with secure attachment style, guys, you guys are lucky. And just
God
be grateful. Just don't go around here making people feel like they're
actually
less
I
of
don't
humans.
feel bad for anyone that made me feel like I'm a less person or bad,
Because
or
they helped you.
Because it's because of their judgment and their mean words towards me that made me over time maybe consider. Yeah, it's part of the things I considered, that they said this and this and this and this, and maybe they were right, or maybe that is how they saw it because they don't understand.
They can't really put themselves in your shoes.
Absolutely.
To understand how that happened.
Interesting. Yep. So you're gonna be judged, but please stay strong. I hope you'll be able to, before you put yourself in a lot of problems and issues. Really, we want you to have a satisfied life, fulfilled and happy, healthy, and live up to 120 years. What's wrong with living up to 120 years?
Nothing. We should all actually go to 120.
You see your grandchildren, great-grandchildren, even get tired.
Then you're like, you just enjoy the bonus. You're like, you just
even
wake up
forget.
and you're like,
you be like our grandmother. She lived for so long. She even forget her own children. Your children come say hi. You're like, who are you? You are whose son? Oh,
Yeah.
I remember you.
Yeah, so we are here to accompany each other. I believe personally that we are here in this world. Everybody, God chose you as my sister because the universe knew I would need you to accompany me. I needed you. So we are all here to accompany each other in their own destination, in their own purpose, to serve their own purpose.
Yeah.
So while we are doing that, let's just be happy and have fun, and help each other as well,
Yeah.
because we all need each other.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Awesome. So, do we do that test?
Uh,
Quick fire.
For you.
I don't know. For you too. But we already know our personality, so.
Yeah, we are. I
do.
I did her personality. It's secure.
Yep.
Yes,
Oh.
and I think I'm also.
Yeah, you actually just did it to me a
Yeah.
few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Before we started the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did it, and apparently the result is secure. Hello,
Yeah,
secure.
she has
Goodbye, anxious.
She has worked through, and I have seen the hard work. I have seen the.
Did you
will to
realize
change.
after I worked on myself, I became quieter? Sio hivyo vile ninaongea hapa sana. Okay, naturally.